Hello, you beautiful people. So the idea of today's stream is to take photos in black and white. I have done a art noir style uh, in the past, but I just wanted to do just straight out black and white and see how we get on. I mean, my original idea was just to show you how to take landscape pictures with the idea of doing the portrait crops, but we'll leave that for another time. So let's go back into black and white. I mean, you can do a really dramatic. I mean, it'd be great if there was a blood splat there or something, but just this is quite nice. Let's see if I can muck around with focals. So we're going to go with a really close one. And remember, we have to keep pressing the button. But I only want that carpet. Or rug. I just get my words wrong, in all honesty, whenever I'm streaming. I'm trying to do 2 or 3 things at once, and it doesn't always go to plan. So, I like that. That is kind of cool. I'm going to bring it back a bit. A little bit of this in it. I am going to open the aperture a tad, actually. Something like that. Because I want tiniest bit of texture in the foreground. And then you've got the main texture of the rug in the background. I mean the midground, and then the background is all blurred out. So I'm going to have a little look at that. And again, I'm thinking about the portrait and trying to get a bit of a diagonal line going on there. But I feel like I'm losing too much by doing that. So I'm just going to have a tiny bit on there and take that picture. Old habits die hard, you know. But then that worked really well for... Let's see if I can get my character here. In creating an idea for me, in that I want to do a video of... Do I want to change that angle? Of me taking landscape pictures, because the portrait thing, the tilting it doesn't work for the aspect ratio for actual pictures in Instagram. So having landscape pictures and cropping them in portraits, that's most likely what my next stream's going to be. I am going to adjust the field of view on this. Negative space is a thing. I like that angle. I like the sparseness of everything around it. And that's what attracts me. I just want to straighten this up a tad. Like that. And that's my picture. So, I took a wider field of view just to give it more 3D qualities. And you can see that there. If you just look at how far away that window is. And this whole picture was just shapes more than anything else. Shapes, colours, and contrast. Yep. What I'm aiming for. I like these two. I do want them to be separated. And again, we're going for filters.
I just couldn't repair it, 'cause it was my first time coding and see the code is total mess, and I can't orient in it.
Ah, I see what you mean. But then, that's part of the learning process. So even if you don't finish it, you've still achieved something. You've seen where you can improve. And that's always a useful skill to develop. Because it will help you to think of how to plan your code, all your subroutines, blah, 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 and how to structure it, and you will find more efficient ways of doing it. So it's still...
I'm really proud of what I managed to do, but it's still a mess.
That's cool. But then stuff like this, taking photos, I like to think I'm quite creative with it. I'm not fantastic, because there are so many compositional techniques, so much language that you have to learn, and I've only been doing this for all the time you've been watching me.
Well, I'm a bit proud of the character I drew for the new game.
Oh, times where I've taken pictures of sculptures in such a way you wouldn't recognize it, but also in a way that I found very pleasing. I'm just looking at these and I'm trying to do it as a texture. I think I need to be much higher to get it. Maybe slightly over here.
I hate that some people who are younger than me understand something I should, but don't. For example, there are a lot of skilled young programmers.
Right. Let's go for the grand entrance shot. If I can. So I don't need to be that far away. And as annoying as this character is, I don't have many options when it comes to portrait. So about here, I think. Before I forget again, black and white. And so we've got contrast. Itchy nose, sorry. No, I think I want more contrast rather than doing that and then just use gamma to... No, I think that's about right. So then I can just do overall brightness. That'll get the look I'm aiming for. About there, I think. So what I've done is I've framed her head in the roof. You've got the stripes going up the stairs acting as leading lines, but I've got a really interesting background as well, and it gives a lot of depth to this image. So you've got foreground, which is the steps, the midground where she is, and the lights, the roof feature, and then you've got the foreground, which is the background, which is the wavy lines. But that's how you break up your image like that in your rule of thirds. But you've got such depth there simply because of that tiny little room and the stairs and all the lines. I think makes for an interesting picture, even though the subject itself with her vacant eyes isn't that interesting. And I am going for that Metropolis type idea. That's what I'm hoping for. Now I'm going to keep that as is. We are going to do the filters. just going to hide the UI. I'm just going to go up a smidge because I don't really want that in the picture. So something like that. And again, you've got all of the sweeping lines, but it's more of a texture than anything else than leading lines in this. Is how I'm using it. Let's see what else I get. Yeah, I definitely want it still leading towards something. Or we can go further back, incorporate the triangle here. Something like that. Find someone who's doing it and see if we can join. So yeah, that may be a possibility, because yeah, it's impossible otherwise. You need people who know what they're doing, and you know, just getting 8 people together is hard enough. So that is a plan. We can work towards that. So I'm just working on framing these two. So I feel that that beaker is just taking too much focus. So we're going to do the focal length, and this will take some time. Yeah, so have you got a squad in Destiny now?
Well, Destiny is in a downtime. No new content till June, so may go back to Division for it.
Yeah. There's no new content in Division, but that's not what the Division is about, really. We are very, very used to that game and its limitations. About there, I think. But that's why we love it. It's just Division is Division. Sort of thing you'd expect to be an evil robot. This thing down here, like your old well, you're too young to this, but and so am I really. But I saw the reruns. But the old, like sci-fi horror type things, that's the sort of evil monster that they came up with. I didn't get as many pictures as I hoped, even though I had got the skill down a little bit. Did manage to take some, but not as many as I wanted. But I'm quite happy with the black and white pictures I got, especially the ones of the stairs. I think they will be quite interesting. So I'll get all the videos edited. The video edited, get the pictures up as well. I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. And remember, we say goodbye so we can say hello again. Goodbye.